And welcome back, everybody. We are in July of 1862. I know we said we were going to wait and do occupation administration, but we do want to make sure we wipe out some of their potential for troops. If you look here, there are over 300,000. They did just complete recruitment bounties. They have the draft. Overall, they have a lot of troops. So we are going to do suppressed population. Let's see, do we have anything we want on a military aspect? Not right now. So we are going to go ahead and we'll use rifled artillery. Go ahead and do that. While we're thinking about it, we'll go ahead and double check what we're doing, not officers, weapons wise. See if we have anything we can buy, purchase. Most of these are going to take until basically the new year to get there, but anything is better than nothing. Is it perfect? No. I know there's something to be said for going small doses here, but I'm a believer of you spam everything you can and let the rest sort itself out. I'd rather have the option to have these things than not. And anything's better than the basic rebore muskets that they give you. So because of that, we will be ordering a variety of weapons. See here, we'll be able to get 50,000 in 70 days. That's not terrible. That's not a lot of those. Mississippi rifles, or I guess will be for our specific troops that are well under threshold. Mixed muskets will avoid. 6-pound rifle will avoid. Alright, well, 12-pound Napoleon action. 102 days, that's not bad. Alright, so there you go. You see our kind of weapon purchases there. We are at a BB minus on credit rating, so a little bit to be concerned about there. We are extremely zoomed out right now. We are going to go ahead and start potentially getting ready to pull some of our brigadiers. You see right there that Fort Monroe, I'm not sure how we got clicked on Fort Monroe, but you see that Ben Butler as a brigadier general is there. We're out of brigadier generals, so Butler is probably next up to get a promotion if we need. Massachusetts. He's probably going to get our next division at this rate. We just lost Fort Pillow to Polk's Corps. Not really our best effort at defending it, but you know, if that's what they need to do to make themselves feel a little bit better, we'll be okay with it. We still want to go take Memphis, and then we'll worry about Fort Pillow after Memphis. We have the Mississippi River Squadron, very much occupied right now. If we can select them. They're occupied protecting the Army of Florida. Who is ready, potentially. Let's see. How many more days they got? 19 days. I know we said we were going to do it in the middle of July, but we're short because of those units that were early war volunteers and their contracts coming up. We check. We are still about 15,000 troops that, let's see, re-enlistment rate, about 74%. So we're talking roughly 3,000 to 5,000 troops that will come off of our books, and we'll need to potentially add another unit. You see Farragut does need to resupply a little bit here, get his readiness back up, go take some forts away. Our Mississippi Squadron is doing a phenomenal job protecting our fort. See how we're doing elsewhere. We're doing okay. So we'll speed up a little bit, see if we can't get some readiness up, get some reinforcements in, and we'll bring you back as we get a little bit closer to that. You see our current rating dropping a little bit more. Once we finish Emancipation Proclamation, that's 64 days away, so 2 months. We'll work government funding and try to get war bonds in an attempt to help our economy. And hopefully we'll get our credit rating ability to boost as well. And we're a little ways away. So, in general, we've got some work to do. Like I said, we'll bring you back as things start to develop. Well, right as I say that, it looks like Fort Cobb has surrendered to the Department of Kansas. Where are they? It's another win for Asbeth. And next up for him is Fort Arbuckle. So we'll go ahead and start letting him march that direction. Looks like he did lose quite a few men. Hopefully he'll be able to go ahead and siege down Fort Arbuckle. If we take that, then a little bit more than half of Indian Territory will be, actually a little more than that. We might be at 3/4 of Indian Territory completely occupied. The river here will be occupied, the Arkansas River, I believe. And we'll have 2 forts left to take in Indian Territory. It'll be interesting to see whether we can or not. Oh. Looks like Polk Corps decided to move towards Arkansas after Fort Pillow and left Memphis alone. So we'll let Curtis's Department of Arkansas retreat down the river and back into Little Rock once they get set. We are getting close to, there we go. Hooker is 20 days away from all of his troops being ready. We'll give him till August. I should allow Pope even to get his troops in position. Alright, so we'll get Curtis back up to some supply. Polk's Corps is going to stay, it looks like, near Memphis. Looks like it's saying 50% chance for Asbeth at Arbuckle. That cavalry unit could be the deciding factor. So we'll let it go ahead and play out for a little while. We will definitely not assault that. But we will speed up and bring you back as we start getting closer to August. Well, it looks like we're going to need to get Lion's troops down here, along with Fremont. So it looks like Polk is going to come try to hit Little Rock rather than defending Memphis. So to put a strain on the Army of Tennessee, we are going to send, despite not being ready, Hooker and Pope down to take Memphis. As okay, we see what you're doing, and we raise you. Do you want to try to take Little Rock back, or do you want to lose Memphis? Here comes the question. I'm not sure what they'll choose. It looks like Polk's moving at a very good rate along this road to try to hold them off. We are going to stick the Missouri River Squadron over there and accept that we'll lose a little bit of our blockade on Memphis. Throw them into defensive. Same with them. And then hopefully that gives us a better shot at being on the defensive out here in Little Rock. I hate how the Corps commander or the Army commander moves so much faster sometimes. So we'll have to have Grant slow down and wait for everybody else. I think Gardner's Corps actually has 10,000 men this time. I think we've got Lee's Corps around here somewhere also. We have lost sight of Polk, so I'm assuming that means he's somewhere between Brownsville and Mount Vernon. Our siege is not going well at Arbuckle. Alright, Farragut is back up to green. We are going to send him over here to take this fort back. Many ships to throw at him for some cannon fodder. 2. We'll throw a couple of our lesser ships into his fleet. Really let them draw fire is kind of the hope. We do need to go ahead and throw a couple of ships in here. Increase our blockade. They are coming quick. Arbuckle, we are struggling. Not sure what we've got to do with Asbeth to fix that, but he's out of supply. That explains it. They are struggling. I mean, their fort condition's great, but their fort firepower is not great. They're just not inflicting enough casualties quick enough. Man. Let's see where we lost troops from again. Really not sure. Oh, there we go. Army of Ohio lost some troops. Irvin McDowell is hurting for troops. see, Wade, no fame. Hazen, 2 fame. Sheridan's got a lot of fame, but he's still only a colonel. So Hazen's next up. We'll get him a division. His division will be small, but it also looks like it's going to boost us a little bit of support there in Ohio. There's 2 different political officers from Ohio. And out of Kentucky. Awesome. So we'll go ahead and do that. Let's see. Bull Nelson. 22 is not perfect, but could be worse. McCook could use a little bit more, so we'll give him 1 more unit. We are boosting our support in the Midwest right now with some commanders from the political corps. Will Polk go ahead and push into Little Rock? I don't know if he'll be able to. I think the Missouri River Squadron blockading it may actually prevent that. Which would be the hope. Should be a benefit from owning the rivers. Apparently crossed right over our ships. Doesn't make sense to me. I feel like there should be a benefit from owning the rivers. But either way, we'll fight this one out. We are vastly outnumbered, but the fate of Little Rock is in our hands. See you at the battle. Alright, so we have made it to the battlefield, and let's hope our defensive stance worked. Negative. Huh. Alright. So that's not great. Always fantastic to be the much smaller side having to attack a much bigger side. We'll go ahead and get in position here. Get it? Maybe they outmaneuvered me. They got the city siege, but man, they just crossed a river with our entire navy sitting right there, getting bombarded, and we've got 8 points of digging in, but we are on the attack. All right. It looks like we're gonna have to go into the woods to fight them. It really would have been nice to be able to fight them and use this railroad as a defensive position. But hey, no use crying over spilt milk. So first things first, we're gonna go secure our supply line. Curtis's Department of Arkansas is going to move up. And we will bring you back as probably the night ends. I doubt we enjoy a whole lot of fighting here at 8 p.m. I'm assuming the battle will end momentarily, and we won't be able to move very far forward. And just like that, we have reached the end of the day. Let's make sure we got resupplied decently. Doesn't look like it's too bad. See, our morale still holding pretty steady at 46. We'll send Fremont up here. Gosh darn it. Everybody's in columns lately. We're still not spotting the enemy, which does leave me slightly concerned. There they are. Okay. Odds are they'll shift a little bit as. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's some more. They've got so many more troops than us. I'm not sure what our best option is here. We might. Hmm. Might have to give up Little Rock for a little while. I just don't see this battle going to our favor here. I don't know that there's anything we can do. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. We'll give it the old college try. All right, they may have fell back a little bit. We'll probe those defenses as best we can. We just don't have the numbers out here. I didn't expect them to bring the giant corps out of Tennessee to fight a battle in the middle of Arkansas. What it really does is it really exposes Memphis for them, which is going to allow us to push on to Memphis. So this battle maybe won't go into our favor at all. But if we can cause just a little bit of a chaos for Polk's Corps, it'll send us back up to Fort Smith. It'll kick them to try to take Little Rock for a little while, and we'll be able to take Memphis in the meantime. And then Polk's Corps will really be in a pickle of whether to defend Little Rock or to go retake Memphis and like hold Corinth. So it's a win-win for us because we are forcing them to be thin somewhere. We're just not really sure where that thin is going to happen. So you see that they're set up around the fence line now. Let's see if we can't get Fremont to send some skirmishers out. Can we push just far enough forward? Maybe our artillery can do some damage. Maybe we can swing up on their flank. Maybe I'm being too hopeful. Hard shift to the left. See what they have up here. Maybe we can even send our cavalry to take a supply depot from them, or a supply line from them, and wait it out. If we take all their supply from them, it could get complicated for them. They have two supply lines. To me, I think of this as a cat and mouse game, as how patient can we be? All right, car. Let's see if we can get you down here. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. You know, maybe it's I think of it as like historically speaking, kind of similar to what would happen in a battle with some of these small cavalry units, is they would realistically go try to raid some supply lines. We're just doing it in a fashion that will allow us. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of troops on that flank. You know, it might not work. That's the beauty of it. Is despite not working, it may still draw some of their attention. If it draws some of their attention, or even some of their supply, when we take our nice, sweet, slow time here and whittle away their supply, we might have a chance. It's not usually how I like to operate. I'm more of a send everybody in there type of thing, but realistically, our smaller force is going to get beat. So, what can we do to get creative? I mean, if we were even within like a couple thousand troops, we'd give it a shot. But we are outnumbered by 20,000. Our brigades are basically garrison size. There's really no way that we can compete with this army. So, what we'll do is try to play a flanking game here. And it looks like we did just take that supply line. It looks like they're trying to come do something about it, which is great. I'm glad they are trying to worry about protecting their supply lines. It is a unit that is not in great shape itself, it looks like. Oh, well, maybe I spoke too soon. See if our carbines can hold them off a little bit. Oh, that was a heavy volley. Our 200 plus men is just not going to get the job done here. Assuming that's Ingersoll got wounded. Yep. Well, we'll give it the old college try. Ingersoll, his men are getting wiped out for it. There's really no solving that problem. We'll try to get him out of there. How about this supply line? It doesn't look like they're going to send anybody to that supply line. So, win-lose there? I'm not sure. Yeah, he's broke, and he's going to rout. Yep, he left the battlefield. Okay, I mean, understandable. They're going to send skirmishers out. Hoping they do not take the supply point. They might. If they don't, oh well, they did. All right, well, so much for that. We'll see about taking this one. And what we're going to do is wait this out as best as we can till the end of the night. See if we can't get rid of some of their morale from their supply. So we'll bring you back as we get closer to what our plans are. All right, so we have attempted to flank them a little bit here. And what it's done is seemingly it's forced their whole right side of their line to say they don't care about the right flank. So that's a win because we might be able to go take that supply. The loss would be that Hurlburt. Oh, whoa, wrong button. Does not have enough troops to hold that flank by himself. Apparently, we just took the victory location. Your guess is better than mine. So we'll spin. Oh no. We don't want to do that. No. Gosh. I didn't even move him. Come on. He's going to reorganize everybody? All right, we'll get Eugene Carr to go take that supply line, and we'll go back to our original plan of starving them. If we can do that, it may get exciting. Right. So the positive is here, we do have the victory location. Doesn't appear that they're in the mood to really attack that. So we'll bring you back as things start to move on. Maybe we'll make it to the end of the night before we bring you back, and we'll cut off all of their supply and see what happens. All right. Well, so much for wishful thinking. They have started to press the attack. We're going to send them. As you see, our artillery out here is going to be completely open to attack from Longstreet's brigade, which, whatever. Get Prentice's guys to send out skirmishers, slow them down. My hope is that we whip this brigade of Longstreet as best as possible. Fire! If we do, that could be huge. What are they doing? Why are they facing that way? So at this point, we just routed Longstreet's whole brigade because they decided to turn and worry about our cavalry that wasn't even actually all the way up to the battle here. So, huge win on that flank. We can move that artillery up to the edge of the woods and potentially hit this mass of men. Looks like they did the old classic AI, everybody flip sides. Get our artillery up. Let's see. Looks like their artillery is going to cross right in front of our skirmishers. That should give us a chance. Should give us a chance. All we can hope for is a chance. Listen, Dietzler's Kansasians. Kansans? See if Dietzler can wipe out some of those artillery batteries. If so, we're looking like we have a shot. We take out their artillery, we take out a brigade or two here and there. We hit them with some of our artillery. We might be in business. I say this as someone that is fully aware that there is probably no chance here. Alright, well, our skirmishers got forced back. Not great, not a positive. Send a couple more skirmisher groups to potentially deal with some of this artillery. Again, if we can take that artillery, it does twofold. Takes out some of their morale while also protecting our morale. We'll lay down Prentice's men because otherwise they're going to get blown away. Alright, they're sending another brigade. 4th Missouri State Guard towards our artillery. Alright, we need all these guys to stand up and pour into those units as they come forward. Here they come. Trying just to rally them. And even Lyon, we're going to have rally. Fremont, we're going to have rally. I mean, it's going to be a rally party. We're engaged all along the line. Not who I thought we had selected. Hamilton's going to press forward to protect the flanks. Hey, our batteries are routing just everybody that comes at them. Dismount car, dismount. Going to loose order, have a shot then. Especially with them getting hit by artillery from behind. towards our artillery. Forcing back the skirmisher groups, and they're going to just keep pushing forward until we either break or they do. See how we're doing here. Can we move up on the flank of anybody? Okay, there's some wins. We did lose our battery. We get some men over there. Anybody? You got men to spare. Venom, you got men to spare. Send you back, car. Seagull, we're gonna go ahead and try to get a little bit of movement there. A little far, maybe. We're going to use them in a screen stance. Curtis is going to go to a screen stance. I'm going to let the AI handle this. How did they break? Huh. I'll let the AI handle it. Looks like Siegel was able to turn that initial approach away. Alright, since we're on screen, let's see what everybody does. We have inflicted more casualties, but percentage-wise, we're losing. Morale-wise, we're losing. Looks like Carlin's artillery is doing a pretty solid job. They've wiped out that artillery piece there. Oh, Dietzler decided to go forward on a screening and get himself flanked. They're flanking Ashby. But we just don't have the firepower here to do. So we did rout another unit. We're losing them pretty quickly though. I don't know if we're going to be able to hold this off. The seagull's gone. It may be time. See where we're at. We do not want to give them a major victory. Oh man, Osterhouse is going forward now. I don't like it. We're on screen, guys. Come on, don't go forward and get yourself flanked. Alright, so it looks like the battle's lost. We are going to go ahead and call it before we reach our threshold. We're pretty even on the casualties, but we're going to go ahead and get out of here and head back to Fort Smith. Alright, so you see the results there. We did technically beat them in casualties, but I mean, when you're trading similar casualties and have a lesser sized unit, not a whole lot you can do. So we'll see you back at the main. Alright, so we've made it back to the main screen. You can see, obviously, that battle wasn't great for us, but ultimately, I think it's going to be a win. I'm not sure the victory points of Memphis and Little Rock. But I do know if we take Memphis, it does take Western Tennessee. Little Rock, if they take it, I still don't know how they made it through our fleet, but Little Rock, they take it, it's negative. But I don't foresee Polk's Corps going to be able to hang out here for a long time. Where are you going? Why are you going that way? And if Polk's Corps does hang out here for a long time, the other added benefit is that weakens the Army of Tennessee. Alright, let's retreat you to Fort Smith. Let's get all those troops back to Fort Smith and regroup. Maybe add another unit or two to them and strengthen up. Apparently we're preparing a siege on Little Rock. I mean, okay. I'm not sure why, but, you know. If we siege it along with our ships, maybe it'll do something useful. It looks like we have no chance to win. But it does hold their core there until we potentially take Memphis. Yeah, I see down to 40% already. Fremont just doesn't have the men to do these things. If we can make it to next year, that's fine. Little Rock, we're a little early for. We can make it to next year. Reinforce a little bit. We'll have another 100,000 plus troops to play with on our reinforcements. We are going to add another unit or two to the Department of Missouri. Yeah, we're a little under strength there. I guess Iowa is kind of out that direction. There we go. We've got William T. Shaw, who keeps trying to be one of our commanders. Slap those guys in there, and Curtis is kind of waiting, unfortunately, until we can get Arkansas to have a little bit better support, which is going to be a little while. As you see, we are into Memphis finally. So thank you, Leonidas Polk. Your troops have worried about Little Rock, and now we've cut you off from the rest of the Army of Tennessee. Lee's Corps is moving that direction. Not sure who that other group is. Gardner's Corps, that's not really big. Got for Curtis.